It's the Polling Pregame Report brought to you exclusively by EMS and Harvesting, ready when your crops are, and 97.5 KLMX The Bear. Every week, myself, Anna Haston, along with David Daney and guests, will chat with coaches, meet with players, and bring you the inside scoop on what excitement is to come during this week's Yellow Jacket Varsity Football Face-Off. Catch the Polling Pregame Report on air Fridays at 10 a.m. and online noon Fridays at klmx.us/sports. Get your questions answered on air or send us your comments and or well wishes at klmx.sports@gmail.com. It's the Polling Pregame Report. Now let's talk some ball. Hey guys, welcome to our first edition of the Polling Pregame Report right here on 97.5 KLMX The Bear. We have got some players here from your Clayton Yellow Jackets and our coaches as well. If you guys all want to introduce yourselves first, let's start over here.
I'm Nick Gonzalez.
Coach Montoya.
Coach Hidalgo. Coach Cisneros.
Coach Cisneros, awesome. And just walking into our frame here, you got to introduce yourself?
Coach Garcia.
Coach Garcia, all right, awesome. So I just have a few questions for you guys getting started here. You guys have your first game coming up on Saturday against Questa. How excited are you?
I'm real excited. I hope the boys are about excited as I am. I think we're ready to go.
Okay, excellent. So coming up on your very first game, what is one thing that you're looking for? Like, how do you measure your success on your opening game?
Execution.
Okay.
How well we execute our plays, the call that we give in. If we execute well, I think we'll be pretty good.
Okay, and what about you? What would you say? How will you measure your success?
Our attitude goes.
How your attitude goes. Man, that's really some impressive words there.
We're working on it.
Yeah?
It's a big focus for us, I think, teamwork and just next play mentality. Always the most important play is the next play, so hopefully that you can try to stick it with the boys.
All right. Awesome. So are there any stats that we should be looking out for coming into this game? Any out of your players that we need to be looking for? Anything out of the other players that we should be looking for? Like, what do we need to be aware of?
Well, the most important stat, I think, is wins and losses.
Wins and losses? Well, yeah.
But I think
you probably agree with that.
I think if we're able to control the line of scrimmage and kind of impose our will, it all starts with our run game, our offensive line, and then if we're able to establish a running game, I think it'll kind of open things up for us from there.
Sure. And with your stats, do you measure your stats going in every single game? Do you compare those to your next games?
I think,
and how you're going to go forward?
Yeah, I think this year is going to be different for us because it's a whole new ball game for us, a 1A man, and so I think we're going to have to establish it from the get-go, from the first game and then the second game as it goes on. So it's hard right now to decipher what we're going to look like, and but I think what I like about this year is that we have the energy. These guys have more, the camaraderie is coming around, the unity. So the energy is different than last year, I think so. But like I say, the stats, like Coach says, I think we're just first game from then on, so we'll figure it out how we're doing.
Absolutely. Very good. Now, what do you think is our biggest difficulty facing Questa, Coach Garcia?
I would say one thing that's going to affect us the most is going to be the altitude.
Sure.
We're playing so high over there that it's going to affect us, and we've been working on it. As far as conditioning goes and stuff like that, but we're going to see where we're at as far as conditioning because we've got some kids playing both ways. So I think that's going to be the most difficult thing that we run into.
Right. Now, in that, we're traveling approximately 3 hours just to even get to the game on Saturday. So how do you feel like that's going to affect you, Blake?
well because we visit home trips.
Yeah, so you're just kind of used to that travel time and then getting out there and doing what you have to do. And you guys are going to travel the day of,
Yeah,
correct?
we leave Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, we leave, and Nick was a part of it last year. I think we have a pretty good kind of routine schedule on game days. We're not in a hurry. We take our time. We stop. Kids get something to eat, something to drink. We go over some game plan type stuff, depth chart type stuff. It'll be a little new for Blake, some of the other players, but some of the ones that have been here before, I think they're gonna kind of take the lead and show them how to do things.
You said new for Blake. Is this your first year?
My second.
Oh, your second year playing football? Awesome. So are you nervous about that? Being a senior and playing football for your second year? Okay. All right, cool. We're all excited for you guys. And let's see what we have else here. Now, do you have any JV coming up into varsity this year that we need to keep our eyes on, Hidalgo?
Well, we don't have a JV team. Well, we have a junior high team that's going to travel with us. Not every game, but in 8-man, you can play your freshmen down with the junior high.
Oh, wow.
So I think every team can do that. So it's going to give those freshmen that aren't getting any playing time in varsity some playing time with the junior high. So it'll help us develop them now and not have to wait until next year to get to playing time.
Right.
But it will help us eventually that way.
Oh, yeah.
8-man helps us out a little bit on that.
So would it be safe to say that you guys are really looking at building your team next year and the next year and so on and so forth?
Oh yeah, we're trying to establish a program that everybody is, afraid of. You know, we want these boys to kind of go out with the mentality of just, this is what we do, this is how we do it, and we're going to get it done, you know, and that comes from year after year after year, just continuing to build players, seniors, juniors, your upperclassmen setting the example, and then those sophomores, freshmen, and that junior high just kind of running with it from there. And once we can establish that all the way from our varsity, like Coach said, down to our junior high level, I think that's when we really can become the program we want to be.
Right. Awesome. That's exciting. And come late September and early October, when we're looking at playoffs, our district games, how will you be measuring our success here? What will success look like for you then? Beyond the wins and loss.
We have a very tough district, and last year there was 4 teams in this district who weren't in the district yet, and the 4 teams from the district were the state semifinalists and eventual state champions. So now we got added to the district, and it's going to be tough. We already scrimmaged 2 of them. We've seen a little bit of them. We've seen what we need to work on, and our ultimate goal, if we can win district, that sets us up for everything that we want to accomplish the rest of the year. So, yeah, winning district's our number 1 goal.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, is there anything else you guys would like to say? Anything you want to say to your fans that are going to be watching you, cheering you guys on as you go up to Questa? What can the fans do for you guys to help you guys catch that W this weekend?
I think we just appreciate your support. It means a lot to us. The more people we can have, the better. We want to see those stands filled. We want people to know whenever we come into their house that we're going to bring a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, not only with our players, but we travel well as well. That's how, when you're a successful program, your fans want to be there to support you, and it all starts with them, because they'll feed, and these boys will feed off that.
Awesome. Great. Do either of you have anything else you want to say? Coaches?
Get ready. I think we're going to have a pretty successful year, so we're looking forward to a big
lot of excitement.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you, gentlemen, so much for joining me for the first edition of the Polling Pregame Report. We'll see you guys next week for more exciting information and what's to come. And good luck this week against the Questa Wildcats.
Thank you. Thank you.